Hi, welcome to the session 2 on the core Java tutorial series. We started off with the JVM architecture in our very first session. Till then, we have covered till the class loader subsystem. We covered the steps such as loading, linking, and initialization. These steps were involved in loading of a Java class into the JVM's memory area. Today, we will be discussing about the various types of class loaders that are present inside the JVM. We have basically three different types of class loaders that are present inside the JVM. The first one is the Bootstrap class loader. Then we have the extension class loader. And lastly, we have application class loader. After completing the discussion in detail about all the three types of class loaders, we will be looking into a program example to demonstrate the following. Okay, so from today on, we will be writing notes about whatever we are discussing in the class. So let's get started with the Bootstrap class loader. Bootstrap class loader is also known as the primordial class loader. So Bootstrap class loader is basically responsible for loading core Java API classes. That is the classes present in the rt.jar. Core Java API classes are loaded by the Bootstrap class loaders. Core Java API classes as in string, string buffer, string builder. These are the examples of the core Java classes. So basically these classes are loaded by this class loader, known as the Bootstrap class loader. So from where it loads the class files, these core Java API classes are present inside this rt.jar, which is present inside the JDK, inside the JDK folder. So inside the JDK folder, we have the subfolder JRE, and inside the JRE folder, we have the subfolder lib. And inside this lib, we have rt.jar. Okay. So this is my JDK folder. This is the JRE folder. This is lib. And inside lib, we have rt.jar. So string, string buffer, string builder, all these classes are present inside this rt.jar. And the Bootstrap class loader, the primordial class loader, is responsible for loading classes present inside this rt.jar file. Okay, so let us write this down. This class loader is responsible for loading classes such as loading all the core Java API classes. Okay, that is the classes present inside the rt.jar file. Location is this one. Okay. So this location is known as the Bootstrap file location. Okay. Or the Bootstrap class path. This location is also known as the Bootstrap class path. The Bootstrap class loader is by default available within the JVM. Okay. And an amazing point to be noted about the Bootstrap class loader is, wait a second, I've misspelled the Bootstrap class path. The note is the Bootstrap class loader is actually implemented in C and C++ languages. Okay. So this system is built in C and C++ language. This class loader, the underlying structure of this class loader is basically C and C++, or the underlying code. So this is about Bootstrap class loader. Now on, we will be moving on to the extension class loader. Okay. So extension class loader is a child class of Bootstrap class loader. This class loader is responsible to load classes from the extension file, extension class file, okay, or file. This class loader is responsible for loading of the classes from the ext class path or file path. So the location is the JDK folder, followed by JRE folder, subfolder. Then we have lib, and inside it we have ext.jar. So the location is basically similar to the location of the rt.jar file. So let's have a look of it. Inside this, Where's the ext file? But so here is the ext folder. So inside this, we store our jars, whatever jar file we want to add in the extension class path so that the extension class loader loads it. We can provide it here. Okay, I will show you a demo of it. Okay, so one thing that I have written incorrectly is this. Ext is the name of the subfolder, and we can have any number of jar files we wish to have. So start followed by the jar file name. I'm very sorry. So this was a mistake. Okay, so this class loader is implemented in Java, and the corresponding dot class file name is sun.misc.launcher. Okay, so this is the corresponding class file name, and it is actually written inside the launcher class. That is ext class loader is a subclass of is an inner class of the parent class launcher. Okay. So we will be seeing this in a greater detail in our programming demonstration. Okay. So basically the extension class loader is responsible for loading classes from the extension class path. In the this is the extension class path. We can keep our desired jar files inside this extension class path. So the extension class loader will load the classes that is present inside this jar file. So in our command, if we write, for example, we have a class named student.class, and we create a jar file out of that student.class file, and we just paste it inside this ext folder. So when we write Java student.java c student.java, actually the class file is present there. When we write Java student, then the JVM will be instructed to JVM will instruct the class loader to load this extension to load this class file, and this class will be then available inside the extension class loader and the extension file path, and the extension class loader will be responsible for loading this class from this file path. Okay, so this is about the extension class loader. So extension class loader class is written in Java. So this is basically written in Java. And the name of the class is launcher. And inside the launcher, we have a inner class known as ext class loader. Okay, so ext class loader, this is the class which is responsible for performing this operation. And launcher is the parent class. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the application class loader or the system class loader. So let's write it down. Okay, so this is point number one, class loader number one. This is the second class loader, and this is the third class loader. We have the application class loader or the system class loader. Okay. So this class loader is responsible to load class from the application class path. It internally uses the environment variable class path. So this class loader load classes from the environment variable class path. So we have a class path that is defined inside the environment variable. So it basically loads classes from that environment variable class. Okay. Okay. So basically the environment variable class path in our case will be the current working directory in which the class will be present. Okay. So internally it uses the environment variable class path. Application class loader is also implemented in Java, and the corresponding .class file name is like inside the package folder such as sun.misc.launcher. Launcher is the parent class name, and we have app class loader.class as the inner class of launcher class. So app class loader.class is responsible for loading the .class files present inside the environment variable class. Okay, so let's write it down. This class loader is responsible for loading the .class files present inside of the environment variable class paths. In our programming example that we are going to see later in this video is the current working directory or the directory in which the .class file will be shown. Okay. So this is also written in Java. This is written in Java, and the corresponding class is sun.misc dot launcher app class loader dot class. Launcher is the parent class and app class loader is the inner class, which is responsible for loading dot class files from the environment variable class file. So this is all. Okay, so now we'll be looking into a program demonstrating the Bootstrap class loader, extension class loader, and the application class loader. So this is basically a program with 3 sysout statements. So this program will print the class loaders which are associated with the given class. So for example, we have the string.class file. So as we know, this string.class is a class associated with the core Java API classes. So it should be loaded by the Bootstrap class loader. Okay. So for the second example, this get class path.class file, I have put it inside the ext folder location inside a jar. Okay. So let me show you what is the contents of this jar file. So it is the get class path.class file which is present inside this jar. Okay. And then we have this test.class. Okay, so this test.class is present in the folder location of this class, that is the class loader demo or the main class. Let me show it. So the test.class file is present here. The class path is this same as that of the class loader demo file. Okay, so let's run it. So the first sysout statement is returning null. Since it is associated with the Bootstrap class loader, string.class file will be loaded by the Bootstrap class loader, and the Bootstrap class loader is written in C on C++ languages. So that is why we don't have any dedicated Java class which is associated with the Bootstrap class loader. That is why it is showing us null. For the second one, we have get class path class, which is present inside the extension folder location, ext folder location. So therefore, it should be the task of the extension class loader to load the get class path class file. Okay. So we have this ext class loader printed. Then on we have this test.class. And since it's present in the application class path, it should be printed by the application class loader. That is why we have sun.misc.launcher.application class loader printed. And this is the hash code associated with each class. Okay. Okay. So this is the end of session 3. So let me know if you have any doubt. I'll be happy to answer to those questions. So thank you for your time.